Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily English Talk. I'm Harry.
And I'm Emma. It's so nice to be here with you today.
On this channel, we practice real-life English with simple, natural conversations.
We don't just teach vocabulary, we talk about real life, real feelings, and real stories.
And today, we're going to talk about a tiny English word you hear everywhere, get.
Not a dry grammar lesson, but real ways people use get in daily life, so you can sound more natural.
This cafe is getting busier every time we come here.
I know, right? Every time I get here, there are more people, more laptops, more coffee cups.
How are you getting on today?
I'm getting better now that I've got my coffee. How about you?
I got up a bit late this morning, so I'm still getting awake slowly.
Same here. It took me a while to get out of bed.
What time did you get to sleep last night?
Too late. I was trying to get some work finished, and then I got lost on my phone.
It's so easy to get distracted. One message and suddenly it's midnight.
Exactly. But I'm glad we got to meet here today.
Me too. And listen to us. We're already using get in almost every sentence.
Yes. Get here, get better, get up, get to sleep, get distracted. It's everywhere.
That's why get is such a powerful word in real-life English.
If you learn how to use get naturally, your English starts to sound softer, more relaxed, more like a friend.
So take a deep breath and think about your own English for a moment.
And let's start today's conversation about how to use get in real-life English.
Let's start with one of the most common patterns. Get plus an adjective.
Right. We use it all the time to talk about feelings and states.
For example, I get tired after work.
Or, I get hungry around 11 p.m. every night.
What's one feeling you get a lot these days?
I get curious a lot. I get curious about people's stories, about how they live, about how they feel.
I like that. I get excited when we film these lessons.
I get nervous before some lessons, especially when I want to explain something clearly.
I also get frustrated when the internet is slow.
Oh yes, I get annoyed when a video stops to buffer right at the important part.
We can also talk about health. For example, I get sick every winter.
Or, I get dizzy when I stand up too fast.
Sometimes we use get to talk about emotional states that grow slowly.
Like, I get stressed when there are too many messages and emails.
Or, I get anxious when I'm waiting for important news.
You can also say, I get overwhelmed when there are too many things on my to-do list.
Notice how natural it sounds. I am stressed is okay, but I get stressed feels more like a real process.
Yes, it's like you are describing how the feeling appears in your body and mind.
You can also talk about positive states. I get calm when I walk near the river.
Or, I get relaxed when I listen to soft music.
I get more confident every time I speak English.
I get happier when I spend slow time with friends.
Sometimes we even talk about age.
Like, I'm getting older, or I'm getting stronger, or I'm getting more patient.
I'm getting better at English is a great sentence for you if you're watching this.
Yes, you can say, I'm getting more comfortable speaking English, or I'm getting used to listening without subtitles.
If you want, you can finish this sentence in your mind right now. I get
tired when, I get excited when, I get calm when.
When you use get plus an adjective, you talk about your real life, not just grammar.
And that's the goal, to get closer to your own real feelings in English.
Now let's talk about get with places.
Yes, because we don't only say go home, we also say get home.
For example, I get home at 7 p.m. most days.
Or, I got home late last night.
Get here is about arriving.
Right. What time did you get to work means what time did you arrive at work.
How do you usually get to this cafe?
I usually get here by bus. Sometimes I get off the bus one stop early and walk.
I like that. When I get to the city center, I usually walk the rest of the way.
In big cities, people often say, I get around by train or subway.
You can say, it takes me 40 minutes to get to the office.
Or, it's hard to get to my parents' house without a car.
When we travel, we use get a lot.
We need to get to the airport 3 hours before the flight.
I got to the hotel at midnight and I was exhausted.
Or, we got back to the hotel around 10 p.m.
I like the phrase get back home.
Yes, like, after a long trip, it feels so good to get back home.
In your daily life, think about your movements.
What time do I get up? What time do I get to school? How do I get to work?
You can practice like this. Every morning I get up at, I get to work at, I get back home at.
It's simple grammar, but it creates a clear picture of your day.
And again, it sounds natural because this is how people actually talk.
So if someone asks, how long does it take you to get to work, you can answer easily.
You might say, it takes me 30 minutes to get to work by train.
Or, on rainy days, it takes longer to get anywhere.
I sometimes say, it took me forever to get here. The traffic was terrible.
Yes, it took me forever to get here is a fun, natural expression.
Get helps you tell the story of how you move through your day.
From the moment you get up to the moment you get back into bed.
Another common pattern is get plus a noun.
Yes, this is like receive or buy or obtain, but more natural in daily speech.
For example, I got a new phone last week.
Or, I got a message from my friend this morning.
What's something you got recently that made you happy?
I got a small handwritten letter from a friend. It made my whole day.
That's beautiful. I got some good news about a project.
You can say, I got a job, I got a promotion, or I got an offer.
We also use get with food and drinks.
For example, can I get a coffee? Or I'll get the salad.
In a cafe, I often ask, what are you getting?
And I usually say, I'm getting a cappuccino, or I'll get the same as you.
Get isn't only about buying. Sometimes it means receive or experience.
Like, I got a cold last week, or I got a headache.
Or, I got a shock when I saw the electricity bill.
Yes, I got a shock is a common expression.
We also talk about chances, like, I got a chance to travel last year.
Or, I never got the chance to say goodbye.
I got to meet my favorite author is a really nice sentence.
It means you had the opportunity, not just the action.
We'll talk more about get to later, but you can hear it coming already.
Yes, it's like the word get is opening small doors in your life.
When you tell your story, you can think, what did I get today?
I got a new idea. I got a compliment. I got a little bit of rest.
It doesn't have to be big.
Sometimes you just get 5 quiet minutes, and that's precious too.
If you're watching, you can try finishing this sentence. Today, I got
some time for myself. I got a kind message. I got a lesson in English.
The word get is small, but it can carry a lot of meaning.
It helps you talk about what comes into your life, objects, news, chances, and moments.
Now let's look at get plus a past participle.
This pattern is powerful because it often talks about life events and feelings.
For example, get married,
They got married last year in Italy.
or get divorced, get promoted, get fired.
These are big, serious life changes.
We also say, I got invited to a party.
Or, I didn't get invited, and that hurt a little.
You can say, I got accepted into a program, or I got rejected.
I got accepted and I got rejected are both heavy sentences. They carry a lot of emotion.
With feelings, we say things like, I get stressed, I get bored, I get confused.
I get confused when people speak too fast.
I get embarrassed when everyone looks at me.
I get disappointed when I break my own promises.
Sometimes we use get to talk about what happens to our body.
I got sunburned on the beach.
I got injured during the game.
My laptop got broken yesterday. We don't know exactly how, but it happened.
In daily conversation, people often use get instead of long passive sentences.
Instead of, my phone was stolen, many people say, my phone got stolen.
It sounds more like storytelling. Something happened to you.
Yes, and it often includes a feeling, even if you don't say the feeling directly.
You can also say, I got stuck in traffic.
Or, I got stuck in my thoughts. That happens too.
I got lost in a new city is another nice sentence.
And I got caught in the rain on my way home.
When you use get plus a past participle, you are often describing how life happens to you.
Sometimes in beautiful ways, sometimes in painful ways, but always in real ways.
Try thinking of one sentence for yourself. I got
invited, I got stressed, I got lost, I got promoted, I got hurt, I got stronger.
Those sentences tell the story of your life in simple English.
And they make your English feel more human, not just correct.
Now let's move to some very common phrasal verbs with get.
Yes, these are little combinations that appear everywhere in daily life.
The first one is get up.
That's easy. What time do you get up?
I usually get up around 7 a.m., but on weekends I get up later.
I get up, but I don't really wake up until I get my coffee.
Then we have get on and get off with buses and trains.
I get on the bus near my house and I get off in the city center.
You can say, I got on the wrong train.
Or I almost forgot to get off at my stop.
Another useful one is get over.
Yes, get over means to recover after a difficult event.
It took me a long time to get over that breakup.
Or I'm still getting over a cold.
There's also get through.
I'm trying to get through this busy week.
I don't know how I got through last year, but I did.
Get through is about surviving, finishing, making it to the other side.
Then we have get along with.
Do you get along with your coworkers?
I get along well with my sister, but we used to fight a lot as kids.
Get along talks about relationships, how smooth or difficult they are.
We also say get back for returning.
I'll get back home around 9, or I'll get back to you later, meaning I'll reply later.
Get away can mean escape or take a break.
I need to get away from the city for a weekend.
Get by means manage with the money or resources you have.
I don't earn a lot, but I get by.
There are many more, but even just these can change your English a lot.
You don't need to memorize a long list. Just choose a few that fit your real life.
For example, think, what time do I get up?
What do I get on and get off every day? Bus, train, subway?
What tough things did I get through?
Who do I get along with?
When you connect get phrasal verbs with your own story, they become easier to remember.
And they start to feel like part of your voice, not just a grammar rule.
Now let's talk about get to, one of my favorite uses of get.
Mine too. Get to is about chances and privileges, things you are lucky to do.
For example, I get to work from home twice a week.
Or, I don't get to see my grandparents very often.
Notice the feeling.
I get to usually feels grateful.
I don't get to often feels a bit sad.
You can say, I get to travel for my job, or I don't get to travel much.
We can also use it with small daily gifts.
Every morning, I get to enjoy a quiet coffee before work.
On Sundays, I get to sleep in.
Think about your life. What do you get to do that you're thankful for?
We also have get used to.
This is about change over time, about adaptation.
It took me a while to get used to living alone.
I'm getting used to my new job.
I'm getting used to speaking English more often.
I'm getting used to waking up earlier.
We also say, I can't get used to this.
For example, I can't get used to the cold weather.
Or, I can't get used to this noisy street.
Get used to is often followed by a noun or a verb with ing.
I'm getting used to the city.
I'm getting used to cooking for myself.
For you, if you're watching, you might say, I'm getting used to listening to English.
Or I'm getting used to hearing my own voice in English.
That's a big step. Many learners feel shy when they hear themselves.
Yes, but with time, you get used to it. It becomes more normal, less scary.
Get to and get used to are powerful because they talk about your relationship with your life.
What you have the chance to do and what you slowly adapt to.
Maybe you didn't get to learn English as a child.
But now you get to learn as an adult, and you're getting used to practicing regularly.
These sentences are simple, but they're full of meaning.
They show your growth, your limits, and your gratitude.
We've talked about many uses of get today.
Now we want to give you some clear sentences you can use to talk about your own life.
Let's imagine someone asks, how have you been lately?
You can say, I've been getting really tired after work.
Or, I get stressed when I check my email late at night.
Or I'm getting better at relaxing on weekends.
If someone asks, "How is your English?"
You can say, I'm getting more confident speaking with people.
Or, "I get nervous before I speak, but it's getting easier."
I'm getting used to listening without subtitles.
To talk about your day, you can say, "I get up at 6:30.
I get to work at 8:30.
I get home around 7.
It takes me an hour to get to the office.
If you want to talk about chances and gratitude, you can say, "I get to."
I get to spend time with my kids every evening.
I get to study something I love.
I get to watch English videos before bed.
When life feels heavy, you can still use get to describe it honestly.
I've been getting overwhelmed lately.
I get anxious when I think about the future.
I don't get enough rest during the week.
Then you can add a softer sentence.
Something like, but I'm getting better at taking breaks.
Or, "I'm getting used to setting boundaries."
Or, I'm getting help and I'm doing my best.
Remember, you don't have to speak perfectly to speak honestly.
Simple sentences with get can already express so much.
If you want, you can practice in the comments after this lesson.
You can write a few sentences like, I get stressed when...
I get excited when...
I get to...
I'm getting used to.
Don't worry about making every sentence perfect.
Just write what feels true for you. That's where real English lives.
So that was our conversation about how to use get in real-life English.
We talked about get with adjectives, like get tired, get excited, get stressed.
We talked about get with places, how you get to work, get home, get back.
We talked about get with nouns, getting a job, getting a message, getting a chance.
We looked at get plus past participles like getting invited, getting lost, getting hurt, getting stronger.
And we explored phrasal verbs like get up, get on, get off, get through, get along.
Then we talked about get to for chances and get used to for change and growth.
All of these are tools you can use to tell your real story in English.
For a little homework, we'd love to hear from you in the comments.
You can write 3 or 4 sentences. For example,
I get stressed when...
I get excited when.
One thing I get to do that I'm grateful for is...
Something I'm getting used to in my life is...
If you want, you can write in English first and then in your own language.
Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be honest.
If this lesson helped you, please give the video a like.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next lessons.
You can also share this video with a friend who's trying to get better at English.
Thank you so much for spending your time and energy with us today.
We are Harry and Emma, and we're happy to be part of your English journey.
Take care of your mind, your body, and your heart, not just your work and your tasks.
We're sending you a big, calm breath wherever you are.
See you in another lesson soon. Bye for now.